Yo, what's going on, people? This is Shoke, and this is actually the second take because my dumbass had my mic source muted in OBS, so I have to retake this. But I want to first give my impressions on the Switch 2 because I'm sure you guys are obviously going to be wondering, what my take is on the hardware and stuff like that, because I haven't done any Switch 2 videos yet this whole time. So the reason why I said that way, emphasis on that. We'll get to that later, but. Want to give my overall impressions of the Switch 2. Not that there's too much for me to say that's new for myself, because a lot of us, I assume 9 out of 10 people watching this have already kind of seen the hardware due to the leaks. But I wanted to let you guys know how I feel about it regardless. So for one thing, I want to say that whoever directed this trailer did a good job when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because it's a tablet system and there's not really much you can do with that when it comes to it looking aesthetically different and stuff like that. With a dedicated console box, you can get more creative and, change shapes and sizes. But we all knew this was just going to be a tablet, right? With detachable controllers. So it couldn't look radically different. So really good marketing for them to have this trailer really emphasize and show directly the differences of the hardware to the nitty gritty, so people can better recognize, if the name alone isn't enough and people are slow, better recognize, hey, this is a new system, all new things. Okay, same form factor, yeah, but lots of differences. It's bigger, the Joy-Cons are bigger. I'm glad the system is bigger because I'm 6'2", so my hands kind of scale with that, you know what I mean? So I have bigger hands than the average person, and the original Joy-Cons were always so small for me, man. Hated when I would be forced to use a Joy-Con sideways if there weren't enough, standard controllers. That would always piss me off. So hopefully these will feel a bit more comfortable in my hands. And apparently you can use them as a mouse, which was already kind of leaked. I actually guessed that too when I first saw a leak of the side of the Joy-Cons. So that's going to be really cool for shooters and stuff like that. I imagine for most shooters, I'll just be playing on my PC because I've been a PC gamer primarily, 90% for the last few years, honestly. But for a shooter that's exclusive to the console, that's going to be cool. Metroid Prime, being able to use a cursor on that, oh yeah, and Splatoon 4, which I sure that they'll do. Oh yeah, that's going to feel great. But yeah, overall, I think it looks sleek. I like that they went with the blue and the orange. Red blue looks a little bit more toy-like to me. I never liked the red blue scheme. So I had the gray Joy-Cons from the get-go because I don't like the fully colored Joy-Cons like that, especially the red blue scheme. I think that's generic. The blue and the orange, especially against the all black, I think it makes it look more sleek, looks modern. It looks like a genuine 2. It's not just an upgrade. It is the next system, right? In the same family, next iteration of it, but not just an upgrade, the next system. So overall, physically, the magnet feature for the Joy-Cons, I'm glad they're doing that. I love it. I love everything physically about this console so far. I think these bezels can definitely be a little less, but maybe, I'll give them some leeway because it's a huge improvement over the Switch for one, and the screen itself is bigger because the console itself is bigger, so maybe it won't bother me as much. But I think they could have, on the sides made the bezel a little less, but it's an improvement. I'll take it, but we'll probably have to wait for the OLED model to get the really nice skinny bezels. I love skinny bezels. So with that being said, right? And here's the second part of the video I'm sure a lot of you guys wanted me to get to. Apparently, guys, I'm impatient. Apparently, I just cannot wait for the Switch 2 because of this tweet. So I made a tweet saying, and this was before we had the information that came out right after that apparently they did move this trailer up because of the leaks, and so third-party developers can start announcing their games for it. But the moment I saw the reveal, I said, Nintendo's so annoying, LOL. Finally does a reveal of just the system that we've already seen all over, announces that we won't be able to see software, get particular details until 3 months later. I swear they go out of their way to be as difficult as possible. And guys, go to this thread, man. You would think that I said I fucking hate Nintendo. I'm gonna Molotov, the HQ or something you know what I mean? And this is like 50, like legitimately, I'm not being dramatic or making this up. You can ask like longtime viewers, especially people on my Twitch, because I've always said this. This has always been a consistent thing I've said. Half of the reason why I retired from YouTube back in like 2014 is because the Nintendo fan base, man, like I was primarily a Nintendo based channel, and the Nintendo fan base, like a good, like probably 60% of them just cannot take any ounce of criticism towards Nintendo. And because they get in a tizzy, they think that you're in a tizzy, right? But it's really, they only think that you're in a tizzy because seeing criticism just sets them off. Now, if you're one of those people that simply disagreed with me, I'm not talking about you. Like OJ came on here and he was just kind of like, oh, I don't get it. You know, can you explain? And I explained it to him and he was like, oh, okay. You know, I kind of disagree, but I see where you're coming from, you know, after I explained to him. But, you know, right here is like, should they have completely changed their plans? I was like, no, I didn't say anything about completely or whatever. And, you know, right here, he says, not attacking your viewpoint, just trying to see where you're coming from. And then I said, you know, but yes, if my product was leaked to the extent the Switch 2 was, I definitely would have made some alterations. The system will be fine. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a massive deal, but you already see a good portion of online reception to the reveal being pretty dour, right? If all I had in the reveal were details that I knew were already leaked well in advance, I definitely throw in a little extra tidbits to help compensate for the leaks and add more excitement to the official reveal. You know, for specific examples, 3-4 snippets of a few software titles that people could get hyped over and analyze, you know, pick apart, you know, shit Game Explain be doing and shit, you know, or just tease some features in the system that weren't in the Switch, you know. It wouldn't take much to add any of those things. And like, is that some, y'all tell me, is that some extreme, unreasonable, you just can't see or fathom type of shit, right? Like no, like that's completely reasonable. I'm not saying anything crazy, but I'm telling you, you go to this thread, man, you would think I declared war on Nintendo or something. People like you Nintendo fans, like this is legit 50% of why I stopped YouTube. They came on here and just thought I was just, you know, like typing this shit like so. There's even an LOL. The way I typed this was, bro, Nintendo is so annoying, man. Like, you know, they finally revealed the trailer and it's like, no new information. And then it tells me I have to wait 3 more months. Like, fuck. Like how I just expressed that with a smile on my face and everything. Like, that's exactly how I type that. There's no curse words here. I'm not typing in all caps. You know what I mean? Like, there's no exclamation marks. Very casual criticism. Am I still a little annoyed I have to wait? Like, yes, but I'm not sitting here like, but y'all are. Over this tweet, over any criticism I see in Nintendo, y'all, like, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. People could be disappointed. And if you're not disappointed in the reveal, that's okay too. I don't think you're stupid or silly for being fine with this reveal. And now let's get to the other portion. After the fact, we actually do have pretty, not like a hard confirmation, but we have pretty, you know, I'm inclined to believe it, pretty solid information that backs the fact that this actually was released when it was, and it's the way it was because of the leaks. So now we know that after the fact. So I made this tweet before I had that information, before that information got out there. And that is why I went ahead and made an amendment, you know, follow-up comment to that, because I don't want to sit here and, like, if I express a criticism, no matter if it's casual or not, and there's information that comes out that makes that criticism invalid, well, I'm going to make sure that people have the proper information and, you know, retract my criticism if it really wasn't, you know, their fault or on them. Because me, right, along with most people, we were going along with what everyone else was saying. All the Nintendo zealots were saying, and this is the crazy part, because they don't see their hypocrisy and just how blinded they get for Nintendo when they see someone criticizing Nintendo. You know, everyone was saying, you can go to the tweets close to when it was first made, everyone was saying, why would you expect Nintendo to change what they're doing just because of leaks? Nintendo beats to their own drum, and how dare you, and yada yada. And then when it's revealed, that old dude from Bloomberg, I think his first name is Jason, I think it's Jason Schneider or something like that. He reveals that, oh no, they actually did do this reveal because of the leaks. And so third-party developers can go ahead and start announcing games for the system. Then these same Nintendo people are like, see, they changed. They did change. They did change their plans because of what was happening with the leaks. So you're being dumb. It's like, no one was being dumb for saying this stuff prior to actually having that information. Like prior to that, saying that they did this trailer because of the leaks and stuff like that, that was just headcanon. You know, that's just headcanon and conjecture. But these same people don't realize that they've contradicted themselves. They try to use the information that Nintendo actually did change up their original plans because of the leaks. They try to use that as like a gotcha moment, but you were just saying, why would Nintendo do that? And then when it's revealed that they did in fact do that, you think that's a win for you? You see what I'm saying? Like, unlike you guys, I'm not about to sit here and insult you over some video game shit, and you can go through this thread. So many people calling me a dumbass, you know, you know, the R word, you know, all this stuff, like over some video game shit, man. Like, and it's one thing to like say that about a general populace, or like, you know, there's, oh, Nintendo fans are dumb, you know, that's not a specified insult towards someone. Like, no, there's people straight up calling me like these things. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, like, yeah, I need to tell y'all, like, that's not normal. And getting this angry and getting this upset and this defensive over some criticism of Nintendo, like, it's weird, okay? It's weird. And I'm always going to call this out because I need y'all to know, like, this shit is not normal. And it's not just Nintendo fans. Like, Xbox are fucking weird about it with their respective company. Sony ponies are really weird about it with their respective company. All three. But I would say Nintendrones definitely have like the weirdest religious fervor when it just comes to Nintendo, man. It is strange. Y'all project onto other people thinking they're way more tight or upset about it than they actually are. If I'm tight, even when I'm typing, you'll fucking know. Anyone who's been a long time viewer of me will tell you. You will know if I'm tight or not. This shit is not tight. And some of y'all might reply, well, you expect these people to know about you and that this is their first tweet they're seeing of you? Well, no, like that's my point. Exactly. Don't sit here and assume shit about somebody when you just see a singular tweet. Because I had a lot of people on here talking about I'm impatient, I'm entitled. But if you type in Shokio Switch 2, you'll see I've been positive about the Switch 2. I've been positive about Nintendo when it comes to how they've handled the Switch, at least from a software and performance standpoint. You know, software sales, the software itself on the system. I've been praising Nintendo this entire gen. But not only that, I've made tweets along the way plenty. How are y'all not tired of the Direct and Switch 2 release / reveal rumors yet? There's so many games to play, still get around to, that I'm fully content with just seeing the reveal whenever the fuck happens, right? Like, I have been chilling, and that's why I put emphasis at the beginning of this video. Notice I haven't even done a Switch 2 video. If I'm really sitting here impatient, like, you know, and I'm just being entitled, and I'm just raw Nintendo, like people were making it out to be, I would have been sitting here doing content, getting free, easy views. You could do 2 videos bare minimum the past 6 months on the Switch 2. There was that many rumors coming out weekly, and I didn't, because I didn't care. I'm chilling. I knew the Switch was going to be a hybrid system again. We've all known that for quite some time. There really isn't much to say. All I want with the Switch 2 is the Switch, but better. And that's what the fuck it is. And that's what we assumed it was going to be since probably 2021 at this point. Like, it's very clear with the success of the Switch and how big of a turnaround it was from the Wii U that Nintendo was going to just follow in those same footsteps, right? And when the Switch Pro rumors kind of fizzled out, I figured there probably was supposed to be a Switch Pro or some type of hardware refresh, but you know, COVID probably got in the way of that, and they just decided to just go ahead and just focus on the next system entirely, right? And that's pretty much what they ended up doing. So like, I've been chilling this entire time. I really have. I haven't even been talking about it on stream. You can ask any of my Twitch viewers if they want to sound off in the comments. I hardly have even talked about the Switch 2 in my streams. People be losing their minds over Switch 2, LOL. Nintendo, please just show it so we can end all this, please. I was begging for them to show it, to give me mercy so people could shut the fuck up about it, right? So like, this, it wasn't even for me. I was asking them to show it so other people could shut up, right? It's not because I'm sitting here, you know what I mean? Like, I've been chilling. I've been fucking chilling, dude. You know, and then I do another tweet. Oh, here, yeah, right here. Just repeat the last 7 years in terms of game output and marketing. The Switch 2 could easily be a neo golden era of Nintendo. I've talked about how this system is going to have, you know, probably the most third-party support we've seen out of any Nintendo system, right? I've been very positive, and I have said explicitly, both on Twitter, both live, like, I don't care when this reveal happens. I just want it to happen so people can shut the fuck up. But it's like I can wait. I have games to play. I've been primarily a PC gamer for the longest fucking time. Since the Switch came out, I have primarily been playing on my PC, actually. Outside of the times where I was like grinding Smash heavily. That's because I was, you know, competitive with it or whatever. But I quit that shit out like 3 years ago. But yeah, like, I really have been chilling. Like right here. And I don't go out of my way to see this shit. But, you know, the supposed Switch 2 specs are actually higher than I was expecting. But I still don't care because either way, I have a PC. 2, major Nintendo games are going to look incredible and have historically always hit above their visual weight anyways, right? Their weight visually anyways. You know, with that being said, it'll be getting plenty of major third-party support, at least in the first couple or few years. Everyone on both sides needs to chill. I've been chilling this whole time. So you see how goofy and silly it is to simply see a tweet that is a criticism you don't agree with, which is fine, and then automatically assume that that person is saying that criticism because they're impatient or they're entitled, angry, what have. Y'all gotta stop doing that. But you guys do that because you're projecting. Like, it's flipped. Y'all are more enraged about this shit than anyone else is. Okay? Like, I swear, like, Nintendo fans will completely forget and not be able to comprehend that, you know, there are some Nintendo fans out there that will criticize Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo fan like you guys. Only thing is that I don't suck the skin off of their dicks. Right? Like, I'm normal. If I see a criticism of Nintendo that I may disagree with, my first reaction isn't, that's not my first reaction. If I do reply, I'm not going to insult them. First off, I'm not going to call them slurs, idiot, dummy, all that type of stuff, simply because they say something I disagree with. And then 2, like, I'm not going to get in a tizzy about it. I'm going to check and see if there's any validity in what they said. Like OJ's response that I showed earlier, I don't know if y'all saw it, but like, after I explained to him, you know, like, oh yeah, this is what I mean, this is what I would have done differently. He was like, oh yeah, I get that. You know, like, where is it at? And that was it. Yeah, interesting. I don't think adjusting or add things outside of your plans is needed when you're going to show these things at your planned event anyways. See, so like, this shows right here, like, even OJ, and this is someone who definitely keeps up and brush up on the news. When he made that statement, he didn't have the information that apparently they did change plans. Most people were thinking like, oh no, this was always planned, like, from the get-go type deal, you know? So like, it's fine. He disagreed, but he just wanted to see where I was at. And he was just like, interesting. I don't think it's necessary, but, you know, yeah, like, that's all you guys need to do, okay? All the insults and all the rage and stuff, like, that's not normal, y'all. And I'm letting y'all know right now, Like, this shit made me not want to come back to YouTube. I'll just tell you guys, if you're one of those people and go through that thread, if you're one of those people that were reacting in the ways that I've been saying, like, please don't watch my channel. I only want normal people watching me, okay? I don't want any zealots. Like, there's this one guy's like, cry more, and I'm like, and I just responded, I quoted myself, and I was like, Nintendo's so annoying, LOL. And then I put his quote, cry more, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, right? Like I'm not, you know, like, I don't know. People make no sense, man. Like, you do a criticism, you could do the most casual criticism in the world, just tweet it out, you go on about your day, you look back and people, ha, idiot, dummy, the title is like, bro, I just said Nintendo's annoying and I hate the fact that we have to wait 3 more months to really get some information after all this shit. Calm down, okay? Oh, because you're escalated and you're upset doesn't mean that the person you're responding to is. Even if you see a negative post, guys, people can still be expressing negative things very casually and lightly. Okay? Like, it's okay. Everything will be fine, okay? If the April Direct comes around and they show the next 3D Mario and I say, I don't like the way it looks, I think it looks too safe, like 3D World, I should be able to express that opinion without being, like, insulted and called, like, oh, never happy, you know, like, say, like, it shouldn't warrant all of that shit. There are times where that shit is warranted. Some people do act entitled when it comes to these games and these consoles and stuff like that. But the problem is some of y'all throw these things simply because of what being said is negative. You don't actually take the time to weigh the rationale of it, see if there's any legitimacy of it, like OJ did. He asked me, you know, explain further, like what would you have done? Like, he wanted to see, and like, that was it. Like, there was no need for insults, nothing got heated. It's just a normal conversation. That's all this shit needs to be. But like, half of you Nintendo dudes, like y'all legitimately have problems, man. I'm not saying that to insult you, but it's just I'm stating a fact. Like, the type of responses I got on that, like, that shit's not normal. It's not. And some of y'all really need to look at yourselves and like get some help or something, man. But that's it for this video, y'all. I'll be doing some more Switch 2 videos now that it's officially announced, right? I will start doing videos. I'm not going to sit here and just do videos on every fucking rumor that comes out, even if I know it's completely bogus and has no weight. Like, now I'm going to be doing Switch 2 content on like some real shit. Right? Because it's officially announced, the cat's out the bag. We're probably going to start getting a lot of official information and a lot more rumors that will carry more weight, you know, now that the system is out and, you know, we have more tidbits we can put together, stuff like that. So that's it for this video, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.